Hello YouTube, Shatteredfriend Gaming here, and I'm bringing you another Rambling Wednesdays video. Well, this time I'm doing something a little bit different with how I'm going to set up this video and all that, since it's pretty quiet right now, and the test video I uploaded didn't have that bad of background noise. I'm going to record pretty much everything first and then just try and fit in some, I don't know, gameplay or something in the background so you guys aren't just totally bored of me. That wouldn't be good because you're here to watch. I hope at least, or to listen. I don't know. I heard somewhere that more people listen to YouTube videos than they actually watch them. So if you don't have good audio quality, then you're kind of screwed. So that's why I'm really trying to get this audio quality down into the freaking science. So hopefully, and this is a major hopefully, this audio quality is actually good enough where I don't feel like I'm not putting any effort into my videos, which I do put effort. Could I put more effort into them? Yeah, but I could also put more effort into a lot of things, and so could a lot of people. Like I could put more effort into cleaning up my room, organizing it, more effort into practicing an instrument, more effort into mindful presentness. I don't know, just something I'm blowing out. But anyways, yeah, how are you guys doing? Welcome to another video. I'm glad you could be here. My day's been honestly not too bad, pretty decent. Work went by really fast. We had a blast, just bullshitting and talking. Introduced some people to the Mandela effect, which the Mandela effect is something else, that's for sure. It's definitely something else. Like give you guys an example, the peanut butter brand Jif. As a kid, I remember it being called Jiffy, not Jif, but it's Jif now. Another case that's pretty popular is like Curious George. Did he have a tail when you were a kid that you could recall of? A lot of people say yes. Me, he never had a tail. Winter in old houses, man. Noise just never quits. It just never does. Hopefully it won't be too bad because I have it on cardio, or however you pronounce it. It's not cardio, but pretty much it's picking up right in front of the mic, not this side and all that. And please forgive me, guys. You're probably going to hear the mic moving. I'm just doing that so that way it's even less in front of the mic and it's more away from it, so it should sound better. But yeah, today hasn't been too bad in my opinion. It's been pretty fun. I get to do another video for you guys. I'm really excited. I like making you guys videos. Don't know what I'm going to record to put over this yet. I might do Fallout 4. Not for sure. Really don't know. And I'm kind of thinking I want to do something crazy. Like here coming soon, around the 16th and whatnot. I do have the Fallout board game, and I'm going to be with a bunch of friends, and we're going to be playing it. And one of them I know has video recording cameras and all that. I might actually just be like, hey, let's record this while we're playing it, and you should give me that recording. So that way, I can upload it, and you guys could see Fallout the board game being played right in front of you, which the board game is absolutely freaking fun. I love that thing. It is really fun. Like, they pretty much took Fallout, they removed it from the electronics, from your video games and whatnot, and they actually made a decent board game where you don't get bored. Like the couple playthroughs that I've done, playtest, we weren't questing as much as we should, but it was taking like 4+ hours for us to beat the game. So I mean, you can get some hours out of this game. It's pretty fun. I really enjoyed it. Really fun. I recommend if you guys have the money and you like board games, go buy it. Otherwise, put on your Christmas wish list, your Easter wish list, your birthday wish list, just something. It doesn't matter what it is. Just if you get it eventually, that would be cool because the game is, like I said, it's just absolutely fun and phenomenal, and that coupled with watching my friends play Fallout 4 have made me go back and re-download it, and I'm really excited to do no new campaign of Fallout 4. So if anything, I might make the video behind this about Fallout 4. I think that would fit the theme. That'd be pretty cool. Just run around, bullshit, and all that. Yeah, that'd be actually really fun. That would be... I don't know if I want to start a new game then. Because if I start a new game, I would rather much sit there, actually put some dialogue on... Excuse me. Put some dialogue on top of it and actually talk about the game, make it another Let's Play. But I already got a Let's Play going on with both Warhammer and Assassin's Creed, which I'm excited for Friday because Warhammer, Ermagerd, Mr. Krabs, Ermagerd, that's going to be fun, like to the extreme. Sorry for the noise, guys. Just cables in the way, I want to move them and all that. Speaking of which, one of these Fridays, I can't remember which Friday it is, but one of these Fridays, I'm going to a friend's to celebrate his birthday, which I believe that is next week. That's next week's Friday. So on Thursday night, early Friday morning, I'll be uploading that video for you guys, which will be fun. I'm pretty bad. I want to like upload, I want to record a bunch of them, then upload them, you know, as a... I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me again. As it approaches close to the day, but just every time I try and do that, it just does not work out for me. I don't know why it is. It's just hard for me to actually continue to keep the upload going on. Like I was doing that for ELEX because that game is fun, but I haven't touched that since I decided to quit recording because I found out that my first couple of recordings for that were just, my mic was on when I didn't want my mic on, and it's just, it was just a hassle. I want to go back and I want to record that for you guys so you guys can see that, because ELEX is actually a pretty fun game. Like it's hard. It's one of those games that's really hard, even on normal difficulty, which to some people, you know, that might be your cup of tea. Me personally, I'm not too big of a fan of it, and that's kind of what's keeping me from going back to it. But I can see where people find that really fun, and it's a fun game. Really fun game. It's just, I'd like to see them fix some things. Like, you get companions in the game, but companions really don't do anything. Only way I can kind of describe it is it's like Xenoblade Chronicles, because I've been playing that as well, and that game is also fun, but I have my gripes against it. But it's like playing Xenoblade Chronicles, and you know, you're being like level 15 and you're going up against a level 83 monster. You know, you're just not gonna survive that encounter. And that's how it feels a lot of time in ELEX, is just you're not gonna survive this encounter. Which is pretty cool, because I mean, a lot of games nowadays just they baby you all the way through, and they just hand you everything. Fallout 4 is a perfect example of that. They baby you throughout that whole entire game, and you really don't work for anything, which sucks, because you know, Fallout was an amazing game series, and quite frankly, in my honest opinion, Bethesda ruined that when they made the game more, I guess, casual. Because it's not a really casual game in any means, but at the same time, it is a casual game. They more focused on the base building aspect of it, and they turned it like Borderlands light with base building, which is really cool, because you know, who doesn't like Borderlands and the amazing gun loot system that Borderlands has. Gearbox still #1 developer in my opinion, because they're taking their time with Borderlands 3, which is good, because that game is going to be phenomenal, and you better bet your butts once that game comes out, it is getting recorded, and uploaded on this channel, and I'm going to be playing that nonstop. So I'm going to be like recording nonstop and just uploading it. If anything, I might just live stream it when it comes out and have it already be uploading as I'm live streaming to just get that whole entire trying to upload it and wanting to still play it out of the way. Or I might do where I record an hour of it, then I upload it while I'm still recording the next hour of it, and just kind of do it like that. So the whole entire day it's just straight up uploads nonstop. But that seems to be kind of a hassle, and I don't want it. I don't want the process to be a hassle. So, that's future talk. That's future talk. Who cares? It's whatever, honestly. Borderlands 3 is just going to be amazing. Simple as that. And anyone who disagrees, well, you're just a hater. You're not going to rain on my parade. Just saying. But yeah, I mean, there's some things that, I haven't felt the need to touch Call of Duty in a while, which is not sad because, I expected that from Call of Duty, but disappointing because I was so excited for this new zombie mode and all that, and just I'm kind of getting annoyed that I'm hearing all the noises that I'm doing. That's another one. I should probably look into actually how to talk and articulate myself without the weird noises. Hopefully it doesn't pop up, and you're probably gonna notice it once I point it out. But I was hoping too much from the zombies of World War II. I was expecting it to be better than what it was, and it's COD. I should have known right away it wasn't going to be good. That's why I'm personally not too excited for the next COD game, even though it's Treyarch and I love that developer. I'm sorry guys, that is 3 times I've yawned during recording. Can we go for another 3 and get 6? And then can we get another 6? And then at the end, can we get another 6? So we can have 666 and we can have people freaking out and thinking conspiracy theories for some reason. Because they are out there. But yeah, there's not really much new going on in my life besides that. It's been a pretty good day. It started snowing, which is about time. We're almost middle of December, and we're now just getting our first snow. Yeah, climate change, it's not real. Not at all. Not in the slightest. I've only lived here my whole entire life in a region where you have pretty warm summers and you have pretty cold winters. So I get to see both worlds. And I gotta say, ever since I'm I want to say age 17 up, the past 5 years, we've been seeing a really steadily decrease of snow, and we've been kind of getting more droughts. And I know you can't judge climate change in a 5-year span. That's just impractical, and just I don't want to use the term, but that's just impractical and just not a I don't know what. It's just impractical. Let's just say that. It's just straight up impractical. You cannot judge climate change over a short span like that. It literally takes hundreds of years of observational and all that, because climate change is such a small thing. But we can all agree that in recent decades, ever since the 40s, there has been a steadily larger and larger pumping of carbon monoxide and dioxide, all the carbons, into the atmosphere, and just kind of slowly and steadily raising the temperature. You can, if you don't believe me, you can literally go back and just chart the highs and lows since the early 20th century all the way up to now, and you'll see that it's been steadily getting warmer every single year. There's physical and empirical evidence right there in front of people, quite frankly. And big oil doesn't want you to know about that because they're retarded. Oh, I said the word that I don't want to say. And they're not going to help fund new energy, even though if they did, they would still make their money back and continue being on top. Like, that's the whole entire reason why they're denying it as hard as they are, and they want people to buy more oil because they want to make money. They want to stay on top. They are a business, which in our world, which is sad that we have capitalism that rules us and for not allows us, but makes the choices for us based on consumer consumption. It's sad because we don't care about anything or anyone else. We just, what can we buy, how much money we can get. And like that effect that, some of you might be like, oh, he's just rambling and there's no connections here, which, I mean, title of the video, Rambling Wednesdays, something just to spill the guts and all that, but there is a connection. I mean, I'm just going to say it, just kind of a thought experiment here. Let's say we were for some reason, let's say Adolf Hitler won the World War II, because that's the only thing I can think of, and we're in a fascist state, and, we were using oil up until now. Well, once we had the empirical evidence saying, hey, using oil is bad and it's actually harming the environment, as a fascist state, with the government controlling all the power and being able to impose whatever they want, they would have been like, well, I can't judge too much, but we're just going to say for this thought experiment, and not even judge, we can't speculate too much, but let's just say for this thought experiment that they would say you need to switch to greener energy, being nuclear, wind, water, steam, geothermal, whatever. The steam ties into geothermal and all that, so I kind of understand that. And, even alternate fuel sources like biodiesel or biogasoline, which is still made from biological stuff. I mean, it still releases carbon, but it's better than using fossils that made fuel. Instead, we can just use current living things to make fuel. Like, we would already be switched. Like, climate change wouldn't be an issue. We would be like, oh yeah, everything's done. We're taking care of it. We're slowly repairing the ecosystem now. Let's just continue day to day life, and blah blah blah. I mean, how do we expect to ever get off this planet if we don't switch from fossil fuels? It's going to be kind of pricey to import that oil from America to Mars. Just saying. But you know what's not pricey to import to Mars? Sunlight. Because sunlight already goes there naturally. So, I don't know. I guess your move, America. Become smart. Don't let China rule us in this growing energy crisis that we're facing. And quite frankly, if we do let China win, we are screwed. Maybe not like our country's going to get taken over, but more of a, hey, you're no longer on top for technological innovation, so a steady decline of us being a leading superpower in the world, and more taking a backseat approach, which then wouldn't help us with how much we spend on military and all that, because then that's going to go on too longer. Just a subject that maybe I'll touch in another Rambling Wednesday video, but that's just too deep of a subject. Just too deep of a subject. I mean, yeah, I guess that's the whole entire point of Rambling Wednesdays, though. I go on a subject and I just ramble. Hey, this, ramble. Got a point here, ramble. But that's just too deep for me for right now. So yeah, I don't know. It's just, I would like there to be snow, but at the same time, I don't really like snow because of the hazardous conditions that it implies. But there's something about seeing a tree covered in ice against a white background with freshly imprinted tracks going through the snow from the tree. And it's just, there's something about it. I remember one winter where we had a giant ice storm come through where I lived. Everything, and I mean everything, was coated in ice. And it was actually really beautiful to see it all coated in ice. It was something that, quite frankly, I don't think I'll ever see again, which is sad because, like I said, it was a very beautiful sight, and I am happy I saw it when I did. And that's probably going to be one of those things. Sorry, guys, there's the fourth yawn of the video. I really should have taken a nap before I recorded, but YOLO. But it's gonna be one of those stories I tell my grandchildren. Like, back in my day, we had this giant ice storm when I was young. It covered all them trees and all them cars and all them houses in ice. Made it hard to walk outside, and let me tell you, you couldn't walk outside without falling on your bum. Well, Grandpa, how did you walk outside then and see this ice storm? Well, I walked outside, opened my door, and there the ice was everywhere. That's it. That's it. It was cold too, nippy. If I remember right, it was like 12 degrees Celsius. Grandpa, that's pretty warm. Shut up. We used Fahrenheit back in my day, not the Celsius. Don't know what Celsius really means. We never were taught that in school. Something like that along the lines. Oh, that was a terrible impersonation. Just terrible. But yeah, it'll be one of those fun little stories I'll be able to tell my grandchildren and my children and all that. Just everything was covered in ice. It was so nice. Ice and ice. There's the fifth yawn. I'm telling you, we're gonna get another 4 more yawns before this video is over. I don't know why. It's just the winter. I'm not tired. I'm just tired. I just want to hibernate, sleep until it's over. Even though there's no snow or anything on the ground, it's more of the sunlight. I need more natural sunlight. Wouldn't mind making a little trip to go down to like Florida or somewhere and actually enjoy myself and get all the sunlight and all that. That would be really fun to have the sunlight. But otherwise, yeah, there's not too much going on in life, which is nice. Very nice. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly don't know how long I've been recording. Hold on one sec, people. Let me check. Yeah, so I've been recording for about 22 minutes here. That's not bad. That's actually a pretty good recording. I might try and go for another 8 minutes and just call it good and just do a really shortish video and then upload it. So that's the case, and I just gotta, I don't know. I might play some Hero Siege and put that to the background of this. Hero Siege is a fun game. It's pretty light. You guys might even be like, whoa, what's that game? That game looks fun. Hero Siege is pretty fun. I really like it. It's not a game I put many hours into it, sadly. I kind of wish I put more hours into it, but I don't know why I didn't put more hours into it. I don't know. There's a lot of games I get. I really enjoy them, but I don't put as many hours into it as I would like. Because, I mean, I bought it. I'd at least like to get my money's worth out of it. I'll just use, for example, like Total War 2. To use some of the DLC from Total War 2, or Warhammer 2, Total War, Warhammer 2. You have to buy the first game, so I spent like $30 on buying the first game and got it on sale. So that's $90 I just spent right off the bat on the game and that. Oh, I didn't even do it right off the bat. I did more. Yeah. And now all the other noise is happening. Hopefully it doesn't pick up too much. I don't think it will. This mic is really good about canceling anything and everything that's not in front of it. But I can't tell if I'm hearing it through my headset or if I'm hearing it going through my headset, if that makes sense. Like, not through it, through the mic, up through the headset into my ears, but like outside influence, then go into my ears. That's the only downside to this studio quality headset. It's hard to tell what's actually happening and what's... There's a 6 yawn. No, right, we're on a roll and what's really listening to, but otherwise, yeah, I mean, what was I talking about? Yeah, I had to spend like $90 and I only got like 40 hours so far in the game, which is sad. Oh, and I also bought a DLC for like $2, so like $92, and I'm going to be spending probably another like $20 here soon in the game when the other DLCs go on sale, so I can have the complete whole entire like package. I need to put more hours into it. I want to get my money's worth out of it. Essentially, I just wish I could go back to the, hey, just buy a game a year and have so much fun with it that I don't need to buy any other game for a year. Because I remember when I could do that with Call of Duty, which I still could do that for Call of Duty. Call of Duty. I am sorry, guys. That's the 7th yawn. We got 2 more, and then we meet the goal. A pretty terrible goal to have, might I add, but a goal nonetheless. Man, just talking for 30 minutes, that's something killer on your mouth and your vocal cords. I actually feel my vocal cords opening up, which is a weird thing. Usually they're kind of tightened. I mean, I can honestly hear a difference too in talking in from like the first half to right now. But yeah, so I have like 40 hours in that game. I'm mostly probably gonna go back and play it. Like, I'll give you an example, like Fallout 4. You know, the game was casual and all that, but I have like close to 300 hours in the game. In fact, I think I'm at the 300 mark, and I haven't even like done everything in that game. I still have to do the Far Harbor DLC. I still have to mess around with like the I completely did the Autotron or whatever it's called, the robot DLC for that, because you know it was really short, really simple, and you just make robots. So I thought that was really cool. But I did everything with that, and I still need to do a lot of stuff with like Nuka World. Nuka World was, you know, that was a good last DLC to have. I kind of wish they did more. Like, I kind of wish they added a DLC that expanded the settlement. And the main reason I also got out of Fallout 4 is because of the paid mods. I mean, don't call it paid mods then. Just call it what it is. Downloadable content. That's all it is at that point. Once you're putting a price tag on it, you're just taking community made content and you're just selling it, which I wouldn't be against if 90% of the profits went towards the creator of the content, said content, and 10% went to the IP owner, which in that case would be ZeniMax slash Bethesda, because ZeniMax actually owns Bethesda and has a final say in everything that Bethesda does. That's why a lot of Bethesda games are the way they are, because ZeniMax didn't like what they're doing. That's why also when you every time you boot up Elder Scrolls Online, you always see ZeniMax as the I don't want to say developer, but as the publisher, because ZeniMax owns it. They own Bethesda. It's weird how Bethesda and ZeniMax came to be, like the intertwined ownership of the two, but that's just how it is and all that. But speaking of Fallout 4, I'm pretty sure I rambled on for another 8 minutes. Thank you for listening, people. This has been Shatteredfriend Gaming, and hopefully I fixed the audio. I have downloaded uh, a new software called Reaper. I'm trying to learn it right now, and actually I tried learning it before I did this because I wanted to record it in Reaper, but it was telling me my tracks weren't armed, so I need to look into it and all that. But thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go off and play some video games. This has been Shatteredfriend Gaming, and thank you for stopping by. You know, I really appreciate it. Even if most of you are actual friends that just listen. I kind of wish I would get more growers, but you know, I've also only been doing this for like 3 months. I don't expect me to grow for the next 2 years. I expect me to stay where I'm at, and then after like a couple years of putting in work, that's when I'll see my channel taking off. And I mean, even if I can reach like 100 subscribers by the end of 2018, you know, that would be great growth. That would be exponential growth, and I would be super happy with that. But that's another topic for another video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope y'all have a good day. Goodbye.